Today, you're going to represent multi-digit multiplication using base 10 blocks in an area model. In third grade, you learned how to represent single-digit problems like 3 times 5. Earlier in this unit, you learned how to represent problems like 3 times 50 by thinking of them as 3 times 5 times 10. Today, we're going to think about the following expression. 15 times 13. How could we use an area model to solve this expression? Let's first represent these numbers with base 10 blocks. So I'm going to represent 15 up here with 1 10 and 5 ones. And then I'm going to represent 13 on this side. Using these base 10 blocks give me a good idea of how I can break up my area model. I'm going to first break up my 15 into 10 and 5, just like I did with my base 10 blocks. So here I have my 10 and then my 5. And then I'm going to do the same thing for my 13. I'm going to go 10 and then 3. How could separating this make this problem a little bit easier to solve? Now that I've separated out my area model, I have facts that are much easier to solve for. 10 times 10, which is 100. 10 times 5, which is 50. 3 times 10, which is 30. And 3 times 5, which is 15. Now all I have to do is add up all of my areas to get my total product, which is 195. That's what you're going to be doing for our task today. The first question is, what multiplication equation is represented by this large rectangle? So consider this large rectangle. What multiplication equation are we solving for? Then it asks to find the area of the larger rectangle by first finding the area of the smaller rectangles. Finally, it shows you two different methods. This is our area method, and then this is what we call a box method. Compare those and tell me how they are related. And then you're going to solve one on your own. So you could use the steps that you did before to solve 14 times 16 now. Here's some things I'd like you to consider when you're completing this task. Are you able to decompose a multi-digit number into place value components? For example, decompose 15 into 10 and 5. Are you able to connect the sketch of the base 10 block to the numbers in the box? And are you able to articulate the relationship between the part and the whole? So how this part is related to the whole product. Finally, move on to the right section of your learning plan. For the problem 12 times 13, describe how you could use a diagram to solve it. And you could actually use the diagram and solve it, but make sure you use words and detail to justify your answer in your math notebook. Please show all of your work and bring all of this to the next time that you meet with your teacher.